Good evening, humans. TyrannosaurusMoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Ultraseven figure from Spectrum ACG. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks damn good, and yeah, this in line with all the Spectrum ACG stuff I've covered so far. Just they've nailed the looks, and yeah, this is no different. Not only that, but adjust my camera a little bit here, but it's really nice bright reds and like bright silvers. There's a very bright figure overall. You can see my ring light just reflecting off the head here, and yeah, just really nice reflective silvers, really nice like full rich red. Getting into the sculpt, we got some really nice line work here for all of the lines here on the suit itself. It just really stands out. It's really kind of a statement piece. You know, and kind of a very interesting look at how Spectrum is approaching some of the Ultras that have the mainly red suit as opposed to the mainly silver suit, pardon me. And just, yeah, they absolutely killed it here. Not only that, but we get the translucent eyes. We get the, you know, the jewel here at the forehead with that really nice metallic green that just kind of like catches the light. It's not even, I mean, that's just painted with that green. That's not a translucent piece of plastic, but it almost looks like it is, especially if you have the right lighting. So could not be happier about that. Yeah, just all around, just a fantastic piece. I mean, I can see people making a case that maybe the hands look a little small, and that I think would be valid, but I mean, it's not, I don't think it's detracting. And the only other, I guess, you know, point I would make against it is the bicep cut here, where I kind of think they probably should have gone with what they did with Zoffy, whereas more the approach that they take with the Figure Arts Ultras, where it's just the, you know, you get your rotation from the shoulder. But it's, again, not a detracting thing, just I think something that would probably have made it look just a little more kind of cohesive. But beyond that, just a spectacular looking figure. We get a great assembly of accessories here, so let's jump right in. And starting with hands, we do get some fists right out of the box. Then we get a pair of gripping hands. Then we get a pair of open, grappling hands. A pair of flying / chopping hands. And then finally, the two finger point hands. All good stuff. And then we get the Amirium beam, which is the wrong color. It should be yellow, but I prefer the blue, so I don't really hold that against it. Some beautiful translucency here, as you can see. Pretty much can see completely through it, but that blue is still there. Just really nice effect. Probably one of the best I've seen. So fantastic work there. Then, of course, we get the eye slugger, and this just slots into the head. You can see the tabs there. This is super secure, more secure than the SH Figure Arts, and more on that in a later video, by the way, so please subscribe. But as you can see, like, super secure, really awesome. That's also what these gripping hands are for. And then we get this kind of hexagonal piece, and as we've seen from other Spectrum ACG pieces, this is a magnet. This is to enact the light feature. Mine doesn't work. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the battery's dead or what, but yeah, just there's nothing going on for mine, unfortunately. I even took the faceplate off and just nothing's working. So unfortunately mine's a dud, but hopefully if you track one of these down, then you have better luck than me in that regard. That's okay. You know, the action feature is awesome, but I don't think it's needed for the figure. I think that's just pure frosting on that cake. Finally, we do get a stand, so we can see Ultraseven here in both kanji and romanization. So very nice. You can see all the points here because it's meant to connect to multiple stands, or to have the arm go in multiple places. And speaking of multiple stands, we do get a whole like mini tray of these little connector pieces, which is kind of nice. And then finally the arm itself. So as you can see, just a kind of standard flight stand, very nice. And that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are absolutely exquisite. And if you saw my reviews for either Zoffy or Ultraman, just, yeah, they go wherever you want them to go. This is one of the most naturally posing lines I think I've ever come across, and that's amazing. Freestanding kicks, almost no issues. This took a little bit to get into just because of the shape of the feet, but I mean, freestanding, like it's not moving anywhere, and it's been holding this pose for about a solid minute while I got ready, so fantastic there. For the head, we have a ball joint or a barbell coming from the neck into the head. Neck is a separate piece. We can look all the way up for our flight poses. We can look all the way down. We get all the tilt side to side. Of course, we get rotation wherever we want to go. We do have butterfly joints here that both go up and down and front and back. We hinge up to a perfect T. We do have those bicep cuts that I talked about before. Double jointed elbows, which fold in half. We get a swivel hinge swivel here for the hands, so you're pretty much going anywhere you want to go there. We get a ball joint in the diaphragm, ball joint in the waist, and just perfect crunch, perfect arch back, tons of side to side, rotation at both of those joints as well. Again, you can just go anywhere you want to go with these figures, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Cannot talk it up enough. Splits are just dead on. You can definitely, let's see, you can see a straight line. If you push it too far, the joints are a little shallow. They do pop out occasionally, but I mean, they popped out and they're still not just doing it randomly. So cannot say enough about that. Front kick, perfect 90. Thigh swivel, as you can see. Double jointed knees bring us to there. We do get rotation at the feet because that's a swivel hinge swivel. Point isn't perfect, but it's absolutely there. Front is absolutely there as well. Of course, we get some rotation before we run into the sculpt, but still plenty of room, and a toe hinge. So absolutely exquisite articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with the other Spectrum ACG Ultras, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with our articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Ultraseven figure from Spectrum ACG is that I absolutely love this figure, just as I have the Ultraman figure and the Ultraman Zoffy figure before. Just more of the same exquisite stuff, and it pains me to have learned recently, thanks to a viewer, that there is this protracted legal battle between Subaraya and UMC, who is the company that licensed this to Spectrum. So it's this whole big thing. I found a wiki article on it, so I'll link that in the description as well, so you can kind of educate yourself and kind of see the situation. But it's a real shame because I want to see every Ultra in this format. Yeah, they're bigger than SH Figuarts, but the articulation is just so fluid and natural, and I need this company to do other properties because man, they're so fun. I highly recommend it. I had to get this through AliExpress, and it is still available from various retailers there, so I might include a link or two if I can find reputable ones. But yeah, I just definitely hunt this down, or hunt the other two figures down. Again, AliExpress or Big Bad Toy Store has some of the other figures. Unfortunately, they did not have Ultraseven. So yeah, there's that, but I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're an Ultra fan. So yeah, that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just escape the world for a while, talk about some exquisite plastic like this, and yeah, just have a time. But at the end of the day, really, I just hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.